Hello and welcome to the next episode of the Level Racing Coffee Club. Today I am very excited to have my ZRL captain on, Nat Taylor. How are you doing?
Hiya, I'm doing okay. Yeah, I'm good.
Good,
Yeah.
good. What have you been up to today?
Oh, nothing exciting. Just family stuff, kids
Yeah.
stuff, house tidying.
Did you
Yeah,
ride?
boring stuff. I did do a recon this
Yep.
morning for Tuesday's
Yep.
ZRL. Had a little ride around France and a
Oh,
little practice of the sprints.
yeah.
So I
Cool.
did. Yeah,
Cool. I
yeah,
must admit I haven't actually done a recon of that one. I think I'm just going to wing it.
yeah. Well, yeah. It's not. Yeah, it's. I think it's good. You could watch
Yeah.
the video.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Right. Let's jump straight into the questions. So you're out riding in real life,
Mhm.
or you're out with your girlfriends. What is your favourite coffee to have?
Flat white, hands down, flat white every time. There's no
Everyone says
discussion.
that.
There is no discussion.
Yeah,
And that is one of my favorite things to do is to go for a coffee ride with
yeah.
my female friends.
Oh,
Go for
fantastic.
coffee and cake. It is a necessity on a
What
ride, I would
what
say.
cake?
Oh, now you're talking.
You got a favourite?
Um, have a soft spot for a carrot cake.
Oh,
I
yeah.
like a carrot cake.
Mhm.
I'd probably generally go for that. I'm in Scotland and they love a tray bake in Scotland.
Yeah,
They love a tray bake, so generally that's on offer, but I'd rather have a proper cake, carrot
yeah,
cake.
yeah. That's a good shout. Do you have anything in your coffee? Do you like do those squirty,
Nah,
sugary things, whatever
no,
they are, the flavouring
no,
stuff? No,
no. I
just a
once
nice.
had one of those caramel coffees and I had to spit it out.
Oh,
I can't have sugar in tea or anything like that.
oh,
No.
really?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I do sweeteners, but those syrup things way too much.
yeah,
Ugh,
no,
no,
don't like it. No.
no, no.
Just
Okay.
boring. Milk and coffee.
No, absolutely fine with that. That's fine with that. So, how did you get into racing or riding?
Yeah, well, I've always ridden a bike
Hmm.
for as long as I can remember, commuting to work when I was like 14 or 15 on the bike, commuting to uni.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've always ridden a bike. After I had my first child, I really got into group riding and racing a bit more in real life. There was a women's group basically here.
Hmm.
Um, and every Wednesday night we went and rode around car parks and did
Oh,
like
fantastic.
it was amazing. It was such
Yeah.
a good time.
Yeah.
Uh, so Sarah was in that group. So that's where I met Sarah and another girl, Fiona, who actually was in the Demons
Mhm.
after that. So I mean, this was like 2016, 17.
Mhm.
So that kind of gave me a bit more of a racing. I did a few races then in real life.
Yeah.
And then, like, obviously, when the pandemic hit, I did buy a turbo just before the pandemic in 2020. Didn't really use it very much
Yeah.
to begin with. And then got into it properly the start of 21, doing like the workout programs and all of
Yeah.
that stuff, and like tour of Watopia and all of those
Mhm.
things. And then always kind of fancied giving the races a go, but I didn't really know where to start and was busy because it was COVID and I had a job and
Mm.
two small children.
Yeah.
Trying to juggle all of that was a lot.
Yeah.
But then I did a couple of things, and Fiona had seen me on Zwift, on Companion, or on Strava, whatever, I can't remember.
Yeah.
And she said, "You know what? Do you want to race? Do you want to join this team that I'm in?" And I was like, "Yeah, go on then." So that was like April 22 was
Yeah.
when I did the first race with Demons. And at that point we were, I think, well, because it's under What's Up,
I was
and
gonna
they were,
say, is that what's up?
yeah, it was What's Up then, and they were, I think, under WTRL.
WTRL. Yeah.
And at some point, I think in 23, we left WTRL along with the women's C team, and came
Yeah.
under the Level umbrella.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, haven't looked back since. Got a
Yeah.
bit more bitten by the Zwift racing bug, I would say. Did Tour of Boudica the
Yeah.
start of last year and did a lot better than I expected.
Mhm.
That kind of, yeah, from then on, it was like, okay, so we did the Zwift games and then we did iSenior again and then
Yeah.
again in September.
Yeah.
And yeah, just started. It's
Yeah.
spiraled.
Yeah.
My husband thinks I've got a problem.
Oh well. Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
really
no, it's
like
good.
Swift Games actually. It's such a good series, isn't it?
Yeah, what I really liked about it was that you start with all the cats.
Mm.
So for me, because I was doing it with Sarah, and I think she'd gone into cat above by that point, but it still meant that we could start together and you
Yes,
could like
yeah,
ride with your pals.
yeah,
Whereas I do sometimes find that with other races where you're separated and you're a minute apart,
yeah,
it changes the race experience
yeah,
depending on, what
yeah,
category you're in and how
yeah,
you're going to
yeah,
do. So yeah, I really enjoyed that aspect of it. But yeah, I
yeah,
mean, Boudica as well, and I
yeah,
see, great women's racing series, and
yeah,
there's a great women's racing scene, I think, on Zwift that
yeah.
once you get into, it's hard to get out of.
Yeah, oh no, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that thing about the Swift Games that you said. Like, I can remember when I didn't know we was all setting off at the same time. So when whatever race it was, I can't remember, and we went, and I've just like out of the pen, and I'm thinking like, all these people are flying past me. Come on, Lisa, come on, Lisa. And then when I looked at the chart, and I was like, oh yeah, they're A's and B's and and C's. I was thinking no,
Yeah.
but it does make you like want to kind of try and keep up, doesn't it? So it
Hmm.
does push you. It does push you.
It
So
really pushes you, I think, and it gives you. I think it pushes you more because yeah, you want to keep with that front group, or you're like, oh, there's a like I'm in the D cat,
yeah,
oh, there's a C cat just in front of me. I want to catch up to them, and like, I
yeah,
want to beat a C cat or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
Just gives you a bit more impetus
yeah, absolutely.
to improve. I think.
Yeah, no, absolutely, totally agree. Okay, so next one, bucket list item you have achieved.
Cycling bucket list. I did the Fred Whitten
Oh,
Sportive.
okay, yep.
I'm gonna say it wasn't last year. Sorry, my brain's like going into
No, that's
meltdown because we're in
fine.
January. It wasn't last year, it was the year before, so it was 2023. Um and that for people who are not in the UK, that's classed as the hardest sportive in the UK. It's
Hmm.
112 miles. It's like 3,500 meters of elevation. It goes over all of the Lake District passes. And like, I am not a naturally built climber. So like going
I've
up
raced
those
with
like
you, remember?
like going
I
up those
disagree.
no, but it's like you're going up 30%
Oh
inclines.
yeah, okay,
And
yeah.
it's just bonkers like hills that
Mm,
yeah, cars are struggling to get
yeah.
up, never mind bikes. So
Oh,
that was a bucket list thing to do. And one of those things where I was like, I can't ever imagine myself doing that. Like I've done long distance rides
mm,
before, I'd ridden 100 miles, I've ridden 200K, whatever. Like I'd done that, but just all of that elevation in one go and just constantly, I just could never thought I would do it. But
yeah.
actually, I did it, and I did it with my friend Ali,
Mm.
who's now also in the Demons, and we both did it and got to the end,
Oh,
and yeah,
okay, yeah,
had a great day out.
yeah.
So yeah, that's definitely
Oh,
a tick off
fantastic.
the list of
Okay.
things.
What bucket list item have you yet to achieve?
God,
Doesn't necessarily need to be cycling. It could be anything you want it to be.
well, cycling wise, definitely, I would love to do Land's End to John O'Groats one time
Hmm.
at some point. I don't know when that would happen. I think that needs a few more days than I currently can have off and over at the minute. I would also like to do the North Coast 500 on the bike. I've done
Yeah,
that. I've done parts of that already,
yeah,
but I would like to do that as well. Um, so yeah, they're two bike things I would like to do. I'd like to give them a go.
yeah.
Can't think of anything off the bike off the top of my head, but yeah, it tends to be like I do like a bike tour,
Yeah,
preferably not in a tent. I
yeah,
prefer a B&B
yeah.
or a hotel in between.
Yeah,
But
I don't blame
do
you.
like a tour about on the bike with your pals.
Yeah. Oh, that would be lovely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I say that, but I don't ride out on the roads, but it sounds
No.
lovely. So, yeah.
Oh.
No. Mm-mm.
No,
Petrified.
not even off road. What about off road?
I can do off-road.
Yeah.
I mean, I've sold my bike now, my off-road bike. I can do that, but I'd have to put the bike on the car and drive to wherever it was.
Yeah.
I just can't ride on the roads.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even around here, it's really quiet, but I'd still, mm-mm, just no.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know,
I,
it's a
I think
shame,
for me,
really.
I didn't realize how many people in do Zwift but don't ride outside. I had
Yeah,
never realized that. Like
yeah.
I just automatically assumed it was
I suppose,
people
yes,
who ride
same.
outside and had gotten into it.
Yeah,
But
no, same. But no, just not for
yeah.
me. Not for me,
Oh,
I'm afraid. I mean, yeah, I suppose like graveling. There's a lady that I watch on Instagram. She puts up all these stories of her going graveling. And
yeah.
honestly, like for miles, miles and miles, like 50, 60, 70 miles. And I'm like, oh, that
Yeah.
looks amazing. But to get to it, yeah, I'd have to just bike on the car, drive there,
Yeah.
which kind of defeats the object, really.
Well, depends what you're doing it for, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
true,
Depends
true,
what you're doing it for.
true.
Yeah.
Okay, so which three guests would you invite to a dinner party?
I think this is really hard. I don't really have a very good answer for this. I was discussing this earlier with my husband. I feel like I'd have to invite him because if I didn't invite him, he probably wouldn't be very happy.
Oh,
I was thinking maybe I think Professor Brian Cox would probably be quite a good person to have at a dinner party. I think he'd be quite interesting. Could tell
definitely.
you some I'm a scientist, so he could tell you some science things,
Yep,
or he could tell you about his time in D-Ream,
yep,
if you remember that.
yep. Fab
Or
song.
yeah, so I think he would be quite interesting. Probably a musician. Like
Mm,
I'm really like music. If you'd asked me last year, I probably would have said Dave Grohl, but
yeah. Oh,
the whole
yeah.
yeah, I probably would think of maybe somebody else. But yeah,
Yeah,
some musician, I would say.
yeah.
Maybe
Okay.
maybe Dave Grohl if I
Yeah, that.
forgive him.
Yeah, Brian Cox blows my mind. Blows
Yeah.
my mind. I went to one of his shows in London, and within half an hour, I had just a headache with the amount of information that you just I just couldn't take it all in, you know.
Mm.
And
But you also wonder how does he keep it all in?
oh, I know, so
Know
clever,
all of those things must be quite
so
amazing.
clever. Yeah, what an amazing man. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, if you were stuck in the Utopian desert, what three items would you take in your bag?
I'd only need one, right? I'd only need my TT bike, and then I could just ride out of the
That's
Utopian desert,
fantastic.
right?
Fantastic
Don't need
answer.
anything else.
Bottle of water, maybe, if it's a bit hot.
Ah, that's true. I would need a bottle of water and maybe some Percy pigs or some
Yep,
jelly babies, and
yep,
then I would
yep.
ride out of the Utopian desert.
And assuming you'd have like a puncture kit already on your bike just in case.
Yeah, yeah. I am one of these people who takes a lot with them
Yeah.
for every eventuality.
Oh my God, that's a
Generally have a
fantastic
bag
answer.
of stuff on the back of my bike.
Bag of stuff.
Oil blanket, just in case. Like, not joking.
You get cold in the desert. Well, I suppose you would
Yeah,
at night.
well,
You would at
you could,
night.
no, you could use it to reflect the heat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. Just turn me over your head. Okay, fantastic. I like that one. Favorite city in the world and why?
mm, I'm not actually a massive city person, to be
Mm.
honest, but I'd have to say Florence.
Mhm.
It's where I got engaged. Very
Nice.
romantic. But it's just, yeah, Italy. Love Italian food,
Yep.
pizza, pasta,
Mm, mm,
amazing ice cream,
yeah.
like great cultural stuff to walk around.
Yep.
It's beautiful. So yeah, I think Florence would be probably top of the list.
Yeah. Good shout.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
I'd
And
say.
somewhere you have visited previously and would always go back.
Maybe Australia.
Oh,
Went to
nice.
Australia in 2005 or
Mm.
2006. Can't quite remember. Anything before last year seems to be a long time.
Yeah.
And yeah, just loved it. Loved because I like being outside. So really
Mm.
enjoyed their kind of outdoor culture. Everybody's having like breakfast outside.
Yeah.
Everybody's up and doing stuff dead early. It's sunny. It's warm. They're all in the
Yeah.
sea all the time. Like
Oh
I
no, it looks
really
amazing, doesn't it?
loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, amazing. So really enjoyed that. I would definitely go back.
Yeah.
And I haven't been, but I would like to go to New Zealand.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
But it's just such a long way from here.
Oh, it is, isn't it? It
Yeah. So
is.
I'd love to do that.
Yeah. I mean, my brother lives in Australia, and he's little, and I say little, and they're like teenagers now. But whenever they send pictures and things, they're always out and about. Breakfast and
Yeah.
out doing
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
So it looks fantastic out there. But I've never
Yeah.
been because I couldn't do that flight. It'd be too much for me. I'm claustrophobic, so I can do about 3 hours and then
Right.
that's it. Unless I take copious amounts of, I don't know, Prozac or something to knock me
Just
out.
sleep through it.
Yeah. Oh, okay, fab. So,
Yeah.
what would you choose off the menu when you go out for dinner?
Depends where we're going, but I do quite like a steak. I do like that. I know that's probably quite a popular answer. Quite like a
Everyone said
steak.
steak so far.
Yeah, especially if somebody else is paying. But yeah, I like a lot of things, to be
Yeah,
honest. Yeah,
yeah,
sushi, Italian.
yeah.
Yeah,
What about dessert? Are you a dessert person and then go for your main meal, or are you more of a main meal and then maybe squeeze a dessert in?
I look at the dessert as the first thing.
That's
So that is the
fantastic.
answer.
Go after my own heart.
I look at the dessert and then decide if I want anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I do have a sweet tooth. I
Mhm.
would typically forgo a starter to have a dessert.
Yeah.
Um, but chocolate, usually anything chocolatey.
Yeah.
Less bothered about creamy things. Don't really like cheesecake, but
Yeah.
yeah, chocolatey stuff or like a proper pudding, maybe,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
uh,
And what would be your
crumble.
drink of choice?
Or wine, probably.
Mm.
If I was
Yeah.
having a steak, some red wine.
Yeah.
Probably red wine, yeah.
Yeah. Have you got a favorite red wine? I don't drink red wine, so I have no idea.
Um, Not really. I just don't like anything mega strong.
Yeah.
You know, you get these like 14.5% red wines. It's too much for me.
I can't
Not
do the
stuff like that.
smell.
Really?
Yeah. I've been like that ever since I can remember. I don't like the
Huh,
smell of like beer or lager, anything like that. I don't know. Just
all
turns
right.
my stomach. I know it's really weird. Good though. Saves a lot of
Well,
money.
yeah, good. Saves you a lot of money and a
Cheap
lot.
date.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I like,
Oh,
yeah, unfortunately, I like beer and wine. Yeah.
yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
No, no. And some fizzy water. I like some fizzy water as well.
Yeah. I've always got my adult juice. Always.
I don't choose.
As I call it. It's Ribena.
Oh,
Sugar
right.
free though. Sugar free. I'm trying to be
Ah.
healthy. Okay. So what is your favourite course on Swift and why?
Oh, you might have to help me with this because actually I don't really have a favorite course. I'm
Okay.
not like, I'm not, yeah, there's not one that I love all the time. I've probably got
Yeah.
ones that I'd rather not do. Like I've said, I'm not a naturally built climber, so I
Mm.
would prefer a sprint
Yeah.
course. I love a points race, right?
Yeah.
They're my favorite. So I love something with a sprint in it.
Yeah.
But then I do have a bit of a soft spot for, I'm not going to get the name right. It's the one that starts at Titans Grove and then goes over the hilly KOM and goes up the volcano at the end and finishes at the top of the volcano. And I can't remember what it's
No,
called, which
I
is
can't
terrible.
think that one. Yeah.
That one, specifically because it was in the um, the Boudica
Yeah.
that I did last year, and I was second, and I just was like, for somebody
Oh,
that isn't great at hills, it was.
yeah. I'm trying. Yeah, because that's quite doing that
I,
over Titans and then
I quite,
Hilly, which is an absolute
yeah.
killer, and then up the volcano.
I can't remember if it does go over the hilly KOM or if it just kind of skirts around and then
Yeah.
goes to the volcano.
Yeah. Do
But
you know what? I'm gonna have a look what that is now
I
after.
know, I know. I did
Yeah.
have a look before we came on, and then I forgot it, which is terrible. I keep wanting to say it's a whole lot of lather, but it's not. That's a different course
Yeah.
completely.
Yeah.
Just ignore that. And obviously Scotland.
Yeah.
I like anything in Scotland as long as it's not Glasgow crit.
Oh, I don't like that one either. That
It's when
one,
it's 10
I
laps of that. No, thanks.
no. I don't mind Rolling Highlands. I don't mind that
Mm-hmm.
one.
Yeah.
Is that the one that's got the north and south sker in it?
Is that not Muckle Yin. I don't know.
Oh, it's
I'm
that one
really,
then, yeah, as well.
to be
Yeah,
honest.
so Rolling Highlands and Muckle Yin, I really like those just as like training routes, which is like
Yeah,
weird because I don't particularly like hills. Not great
yeah,
at hills, but yeah.
I
No, there's
know.
some good courses out there.
Yeah,
There's lots of them. So yeah, I can't remember all of them. I like you. I just remember the ones where I'm like, no, I'm not riding that one. No, I'm not doing that one.
mhm.
Yeah.
Cliff Heights. No.
I don't think I've done that.
Did you not? Oh no, you didn't do it when we did it before Christmas.
No, I think
Oh,
that's when I'd done my knee. So I was off
that's not. That's not a. That's
because
not a
that's up
race.
the grade, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not a race. It's just a
Like that.
slog. Yeah, it was like that. It's just like getting steeper and steeper as you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Yes, like it was. It's up the Mayan mountainside, and then up the
It's
Itzicom, and then the grade, and then up half of that epic com.
doesn't appeal to me at all in the
No,
slightest.
not me. No,
No,
me.
sorry. Mm-mm.
No.
I hate the Epic with a passion. I raced that once on FRR, and it was like the final race. So, and the race was 100 kilometers, and I'd been going for 3 hours, and I was halfway up the Epic Com, and I was just crying my eyes
Yeah.
out. Mark's come in, and he's like, "Come on, you can do it." You, absolutely bawling my eyes out, and
Yeah,
I've absolutely hated Epic ever since then.
yeah,
It's just
yeah.
not nice.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not great for a race. I don't think.
No, no, definitely not.
It's a
Definitely not.
personal preference, I'd say.
Yeah.
No.
But it's like Alp to Swift having that as a TT course. It's like no.
How is that a TT?
They did it on the
Like
Thursday night
Christmas?
TT, didn't they? At
Yeah, yeah.
Christmas. I was like, no.
No.
I don't think so. Okay, so who's the most famous person you've met?
This is really boring because I don't meet any famous people.
Or a famous person you'd like to meet? How about
I
that?
think it's probably I was on television with Tony Blair as a child. That's
Oh wow.
probably
Okay.
which is not really a very good
Yeah.
claim to fame, is it? Because he was
Oh,
the
bless
like
him.
constituency leader of my when I was a kid.
Oh,
So
okay. Yeah.
before he was prime minister.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's probably the
Yeah.
closest I've got. I don't
Anyone
really.
famous you'd like to meet? In or out of cycling?
I don't know because then I think you meet people and then maybe if you build them up to be something, they're not quite who you think they
Dave
are.
Grohl.
Dave, I know, I know. So yeah, probably not. I'd
Yeah.
probably avoid it. I'm a bit boring. I'm not just
No.
myself to myself.
Yeah, no, not at all. Okay, so first car that you owned.
The first car I drove was my mum's Nissan Micra.
Hmm.
And then when I passed my test, eventually when I went to uni, I got her car, which was a Citroen AX.
Yeah,
And it had a
can't
spoiler on
remember
the
what
back.
that looks like.
It was small, a small car, right? Like a bit like a Micra, but it was a
Mm,
Citroen, so
yeah,
fairly small car, uh, like a 1 liter engine or something.
yeah.
But yeah, it had a little spoiler on the back and a sunroof, and it was great, and I loved it having my own car. It was
Yeah.
amazing.
Oh, it's fantastic.
And then I wrote it off,
Oh.
so that was not so amazing.
Oh,
But
how did you do that?
somebody crashed into me when I was turning across some traffic lights
Oh.
and
So it
pushed.
wasn't actually you, it was them.
Yeah, no. Well, it wasn't. Depends how technical you want to get.
No, don't worry.
Technically, because I'm turning across the lights, it's my fault. But
Oh,
they
yes,
came
yeah,
very fast out of nowhere on their
yeah.
mobile phone and pushed me into the barrier. So yeah,
Oh,
it was
definitely their fault. Hmm.
it's their fault.
Yeah. Fine.
Yes, poor Citroen X.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Favorite color?
level green, of course.
Fantastic. Love it.
It's probably not my favorite color, but that's
Yeah.
the right answer, isn't it?
Yeah, it totally is the right answer.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe purple. I'm not a. Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe purple. I do like green.
yeah. I'm a purple.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
Yeah, love my purple. Okay, last question.
Oh,
Yeah, I know. Gone quickly.
sounds fun.
Name of your first pet.
I'm trying to think. We had like a lot of little pet. We never had like a dog or anything.
Mm,
We always had like rabbits,
yep.
small hamsters. That those like Russian dwarf hamsters.
Yes.
We had some of them. And I'll be really brutally honest, I don't remember what they were called. How bad is that? It's like
No, do you know?
I must have had about three of them. And like some guinea pigs as well at one
Yeah,
point that my mum got from school.
yeah,
Like, yeah, we had a lot of those sorts of
yeah,
small animals that kind of maybe didn't stick around for that long.
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, they don't live long,
so
do they,
they
hamsters?
don't
About
live long,
3 years?
not compared to like a dog or something.
Yeah,
Somebody's got it in their life for
yeah,
a long time.
yeah,
But yeah, we had a lot of little animals like that. Some
yeah,
fish. Wow.
yeah.
So it's probably a rabbit called Fluffy or something like that. Imaginative 5-year-old animal name.
We had Russian hamsters. I'd say my brother had them, and we thought they were two females, and they weren't. It was male and
Oh
female,
no.
and then we woke up one day and there was loads of them.
Oh God.
Horrible little things. You know,
They must have been really small.
they were tiny, tiny, and like my brother built a huge cage for them, massive cage, and like I used to go in the morning because I was like tiny then, and just biting me constantly all the time,
Hmm.
and I was like, "You little,
They were
you know,
very nippy.
yeah,
Like they were. I was used to escape all the time.
mm, yep,
And my dad would try and catch them and they would just hang on to his knuckles.
yeah,
They would just bite his knuckles and hang
all
on.
the
Like
time,
so nippy for a
yeah,
little
yeah."
animal.
We had a little golden one hamster,
Oh
like
yeah.
real fat
A bit
thing, and yeah, it was lovely, just super docile. We used to just open the cage and let it run around, and it had its own little, loved it up and down the stairs, and yeah, didn't bother putting him in his little ball.
oh right.
We just let him run around, and that was it. We had rabbits like that though. We had rabbits out in like the hutches and that, but we used to let them in, and
Oh,
they used to because we had cats as well, and they used to. I don't know how. They must just know, or they must have just caught it off the cats. I don't know, but they used to go into the cat litter tray and go toilet in the cat litter tray, and then they'd go and jump up on the sofa and sleep like on our
no way.
laps. Or honestly, we never like purposely house trained them. We just let them out from the day we owned them, let them out into the house. Just so strange. We were so lucky with our rabbits. They were
Oh
cute.
wow.
They were
That's
very
cool.
cute. Bless them. But right, okay. All questions done. Thank you very much.